Kayode Adebayo. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has reduced the pump prices of premium motor spirit petrol sold at its stations to match that of the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. It was learned that some retail outlets owned by the NNPC adjusted their petrol pump price to 860 naira per litre, the same rate Dangote sells petrol at MRS filling stations in Lagos. Although there is no official communication from the NNPC retail yet, the company stations in Lagos adjusted their pumps to 860 naira per litre, down from 945. This comes a few days after the Dangote refinery reduced its ex-depot petrol price from 890 to 825 naira per litre. NNPC spokesperson Olufemi Soneye did not answer calls or reply to messages sent to his phone. However, the National Vice President of the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, Ahmed Fashola, confirmed the development to newsmen. Also, the National President of the Petroleum Products Retail Outlet Owners Association of Nigeria, Billy Gillis Ari, said they reduced the pump price earlier. Recall that the Dangote refinery announced another price cut last week, setting another price regime for the petrol market in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the federal government's indebtedness to the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited as exchange rate differential subsidy for the importation of premium motor spirit petrol rose to 7.74 trillion naira as of September last year, when the deregulation of the downstream oil sector was fully implemented. This was disclosed in a presentation by the National Oil Company to the Federation Account Allocation Committee at its February meeting in Abuja, as obtained by newsmen. The FAC document also revealed that the government is working out measures to settle the 7.74 trillion naira fuel subsidy debt within a period of 210 days. The claim at the time was listed as exchange rate differential on PMS and other joint venture taxes on products imported by the company between August 2023 and June this year. An analysis of the document explained that the exchange rate differential for the period of July to September last year was estimated based on the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market rate. In response, the chairman of FAC, Oluwatoyin Midday, stated that the matter concerned the NNPCL and NUPRC, and the reconciliation by the alignment committee was in the process of handling it. She emphasized the importance of noting all relevant issues during the reconciliation to ensure they are properly addressed. Governor Siminalayi Fubara is set for a showdown with the Martin Amaewhule-led Rivers State House of Assembly, as he rejected the 48-hour ultimatum issued by the lawmakers to present the 2025 budget. The governor also dismissed the Assembly's opposition to its directive for outgoing local government chairmen to hand over to heads of local government administration. The latest confrontation comes in the wake of the Supreme Court ruling, which reinstated the 27 lawmakers loyal to the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The Apex Court also ordered the seizure of the state allocation and nullified the October 2024 local government poll conducted by the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. However, the reinstated lawmakers wasted no time in asserting their authority, insisting that Fubara's budget must be formally presented in line with constitutional provisions. The Assembly then addressed its resolutions to the governor, with copies sent to the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, the State Accountant General, and the RISEC Chairman. Fubara, however, remained defiant, asserting that his administration would not be coerced into actions that contradicted legal interpretations, assuring his supporters that governance in the state will continue despite political turbulence. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has raised the alarm over the illegal circulation and marketing of a substandard falsified medical product, the Know-It insulin syringe, in Nigeria. The agency issued the warning in a statement highlighting concerns from the Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria about the continued use of outdated 40 IUML insulin syringes, despite the availability of the standardized 100 IUML syringes. NAFDAC further warned that the syringe is no longer registered as its continued use poses a serious risk of dosing errors, which could lead to life-threatening complications for diabetic patients. To address the issue, NAFDAC directed all its zonal directors and state coordinators to conduct surveillance and remove substandard and falsified insulin syringes from circulation. It also urged importers, distributors, retailers, healthcare professionals, and caregivers to be vigilant and prevent the importation, distribution, and sale of the product. The Ondo State Police Command says it has arrested 3 suspects in connection with the attack on members of the National Association of Nigerian Students at Osbc in the state. Report says NAMS members were recently attacked at Osbc, Akure North local government area, while traveling to Abuja for their annual convention. The police public relations officer in the state, CSP Funmilayo Odunlami, made this known in Akure in a statement made available to newsmen. CSP Odunlami explained that the command received a distress call from one of the NAMS members reporting an unprovoked attack by some youths in the area. The PPRO, who said the police swiftly moved to the scene, restored calm, and ensured safety of the victim, said a manhunt was immediately launched to apprehend the mastermind behind the attack. Now to sports. The Federal Polytechnic of has been given the hosting right for the 22nd edition of Nigerian Polytechnic Games Nipoga tagged Ijakadi 2024. Speaking with journalists on the institution's campus, the rector of the Polytechnic, Dr. Kamaru Oluwatoyin, said that Nipoga will commence in the second day of April. The rector, who said that this is the first time the institution is hosting the Nipoga sporting event in its 33 years of establishment, added that the event will take place on both campuses of the institution. Kadiri also said that the Polytechnic will play host to student athletes, male and female, from about 50 polytechnics across the nation, adding that they will compete for medals in such sports events as badminton, basketball, chess, tennis, athletics, football, handball, judo, scrabble, taekwondo, and volleyball. He said that upgraded sporting facilities and equipment are ready for the sporting competition, as well as ultra-modern multi-purpose sports complex, adding that his vision for the games is to make them different in terms of participation, officiating, sportsmanship, friendship, inclusiveness, and social cohesion. The rector also said that the mandate given to host the Nipoga was to take sports to the grassroots, adding that the tournament is at the heart of the given assignment. And coming from the foreign scene, the European Union has stated that the rights of women, children, and persons with disabilities are central to sustainable societies, as no society can develop economically, politically, or socially when half of its population is marginalized. It noted that while women represent more than half of Nigeria's population, achieving lasting solutions to issues around women's empowerment can only be achieved if women are at the decision-making table. The EU ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Gutia Mignot, disclosed this during the second annual conference of Commissioners of State Ministries of Women Affairs in commemoration of this year's International Women's Day. Mignot further stated that for Nigeria being the largest democracy in Africa, women's inclusion is crucial to the progress of women in the continent and beyond. She called for efforts to reflect on ways to advance improved protection, access to justice, and representation of women and vulnerable groups at all levels. And that ends the Midday News on Osbc TV. It was edited by Babatunde Fanaopo. Please join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.